Hello and welcome back to Chic Spaces. Today we are in a beautiful 4 BHK house in Prestige Beverly Hills in Kokapet, and we have the owners themselves, Mr. Dhananjay and Mrs. Vinitha, to talk about how the whole journey has been and to take a quick pulse check and to take the feedback. Thank you for both of you to joining us.
Thank you.
If I have to ask you how the whole journey has been, what would you say? Like from timelines to execution to planning, everything else.
So from the day we signed on Chic Spaces, it was a very good journey, I would say, right from starting the planning stage, and then we started the designing phase, and then as we went into the execution. So everything was impeccable. Kudos to the team that worked, including all the site managers. So we are very happy with what the final output came like.
Perfect, great. And if you have to talk about a little more about the design part, how was the whole coordination, the revisions?
Oh yes, so we had a lot of customizations. We were involved in each and every step of designing, and then also they were accommodating all the requests because we had so many requests, so many changes that.
Right.
But again, the timeline they still try to maintain everything within the broader spectrum of timeline they assured us. And then anything that you want to add?
If you want to add.
Yeah, I think in terms of the design part especially, you guys were very accommodating in terms of our requests as well, but then you also had some splendid ideas. I mean, this whole thing that we're seeing right here, it was an idea that was proposed by your design team, and we loved it at the very first go. And there are many additional elements like that. But the best part about Chic Spaces is that your designers and all of you understood the idea, the underlying idea that we had for the house, or underlying theme that we had planned. And with that and a blank canvas was given to you, and I guess you guys did a very good job.
Yeah, I agree. Execution is definitely the toughest part, but design comes with its own challenges. Great, perfect. If I have to ask you, how different is Chic Spaces when compared to others? What would you say?
To be honest with you, Amrit, when we thought of getting started with the interiors and all, we did approach a lot of interiors and the interior design companies in Hyderabad. But at many places, they did overload us with a lot of information. And when it came to Chic Spaces, you guys were very clear, concise, and crisp right from the beginning. But at the same time, you did provide us a lot of, you did give us a lot of perspective in terms of how different are you from the others, which made us more confident. And you also took us to a couple of sites that you were working on previously. And that, along with the pricing transparency, that hey, this is what the pricing is going to be, but any customizations you do, that will be accommodated. And you kept that pricing transparency ongoing throughout the project. I think that's what made us easy. It made you different and made it easy for us as well.
Perfect.
To come back to you with requests.
How about that app in the Gantt chart you were talking about?
Yeah, I guess everything was getting captured in the app, and then we had to approve before you start execution. So I guess that's a good part, so that it's a perfect transparency between what we want and then what you're executing. So
Great. Good to know. If I have to ask you the most challenging question, what is your favorite part of the house? I know it could not be one, but if it has to be one, what would it be for you and why?
there are a couple of places, but one favorite part of the house that I like really too much is the library space, where we have all our books and then a couple of I would say articles that we have collected from across the world. So that's my favorite.
My favorite is actually, there are two places that are my
It has to be
favorite.
one, Vinitha.
Yeah.
You're cheating.
Okay, if I have to pick one, then it would definitely be this part of the house, the partition of the house. I think it's so beautiful, and I really like how you have designed this, and you've blended the idea of bringing those, the round pillars and the round theme that goes with the legs and and all these vertical partitions that we see, and that's where you've captured it across, right? In many places you have given those round legs. So
just for the audience, the partition is made in veneer. It's rounded. It comes with teak beadings and teak balls, and of course the lighting part. So I think that is, and definitely it is much more airy and open. I think that's just what makes it special. Perfect, great. And how would you rate on a scale of 10 from design to execution to delivery and then post-sale service?
I would go beyond 10, but given your rating scale is 10, so I would certainly give 10 and then probably. And we have already told to a lot of our friends who are
Perfect.
now looking for interiors that to approach you and see how you fit into their requirement. But yeah, it was a great experience. I know it was almost like a 6 months journey,
Yes.
but it was.
It takes time, yeah. So when the customization kicks in, the design part, the revisions and the delivery takes time, and it is betterment because you're living in the house for the next 15 years.
And I would also give a 10 because I really, not just the execution of the whole thing, but also your after you move out, the kind of
Yes.
service you're giving us. Like anything, if we have anything, hey, we want to get our paintings up,
Yes.
could someone from you come and help us? And you've been very kind and generous in, sending your carpenters and painters and all of that. So I really like that it's not just a 6 months thing, it's a journey.
Continuous journey.
We really appreciate that, Amrit.
Now, since you have moved from a different part of the city to a different west area of it, how do you feel? What do you feel about this home, the society? What is the change in life you have observed?
So one change is we have less relatives visiting now, given most of our relatives stay on that side of the city.
Right.
But eventually, a few of them are they're also thinking of moving in.
Yeah.
And then the only big change, I guess, I can walk and then have like a small daughter, and then there's a lot of space to play around. So that's a big change which we didn't have there. So.
I think we are also finding a social circle here.
Yeah.
Our parents have already found a social circle for themselves, and my daughter gets to, it's a safe space for my daughter as well to go out and play with her.
Less pollution, less air pollution, less traffic pollution.
Traffic
Peaceful.
for sure.
Traffic for sure.
Peaceful,
Traffic,
yeah.
absolutely. It takes just 15 minutes to go to office now.
Great. So since you have already moved in, we wish you the best for the future and days ahead, and we wish you that you buy much bigger properties and remember us in future times. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.